Hi, fourth grade. I'm back to go over our instructions for the Chapter 3 review quiz. And that is worksheets number 22 and 23 in your packet. It's the end of your packet, and it will count as a quiz grade. So we're going to go over it together. I'm going to go through and read the directions, and I'm going to read the questions. You should have your paper and pencil out when you're watching this video. So if you don't, stop the video right now and go get it and come back. And we're going to go through each section. And if I probably will go faster than you. So if you need to stop the video to finish up, go back and watch something again, go ahead, and then move on to the next section. And that should help you make a better grade on it. So in section A, it says write the letter C if the underlined noun is a common noun, and write the letter P if it is a proper noun. Remembering that common nouns are any person, place, or thing, and proper nouns are specific person, place, or thing. A person's name, the name of a specific city, not just the word city or not just the word school, but a specific Cedar Creek Christian School is a proper noun. Mrs. Stockdale is a proper noun. Your name is a proper noun. So a clue for that is if it's capitalized in the middle of a sentence and it's underlined, it's more than likely a proper noun. So you're going to look at what's underlined and then write C for common and P for proper. Number 1, Ryan watched fireworks on the 4th of July. 4th of July is underlined. Is it common or proper? Remember, C for common, P for proper. Number 2, the program was at a lake near his home. Lake is underlined. Common or proper. Number 3, Ryan brought a towel to sit on. Ryan is underlined. Is that common or proper? His parents sat in lawn chairs. Parents is underlined. Is that common or proper? And number 5, the fireworks filled the sky with brilliant colors. Sky is underlined. Is sky a common noun or a proper noun? In section B, we're going to fill in the circle next to each book title that is written correctly. Remember, we learned that book titles are either underlined or written in italics if you've typed them. That means they're kind of slanted over to the right rather than just being straight up and down type. Also remember that the first and last words of a title are capitalized, and any other important words in the title, but unimportant small words in the middle of a title are not capitalized. So remembering those things, look at number 6 and decide which one is correct for The Secret of the Golden Cowrie. And at number 7, which book title is correct for Sheriff at Waterstop? In section C, we're going to fill in the circle next to each story title that is written correctly. Remember, a story is like this, not a book by itself, but stories like in our reading book that we've read this year. And a story title is different than a book title. Story titles are not underlined. They are put in quotation marks. And then the same rules apply as far as capital letters. First and last words are always capitalized. Other important words in the title are capitalized, but small unimportant words are not. So in number 8, which one of those is correct for The Windy Day? It's a story title. And the story title, When the Wind Blows from the South. Which one is written correctly for a story title? If you don't remember what I said as you're doing this, stop the video, go back, listen again, and then do 6, 7, 8, and 9. In section D, you're going to write the plural form for each noun. We just worked on these. The video I just did for you yesterday covered the special rules for making nouns plural. Some words we just add an S to, but some words we add an ES to. If they end in SH or CH or S or X or Z, then we put an ES on the end of those, not just an S. Also, we have some other special rules. we have words that end in or have an F in them. We know that to make those plural, we change the F to V and add ES. We have some special words like words that have double O. The double O's become double E, like foot becomes feet. We have some words that don't change. Deer and deer, 1 deer or 10 deer. So you have to remember those rules as you go through and do number 10, bunch, 11, shark, 12, knife, 13, axe, 14, tooth, and 15, banana. Now, we'll move on to section E. Rewrite each phrase using a singular possessive noun. Remember, possessive shows ownership. It belongs to the noun. So, for example, in number 16, the root of the plant would be the plant's, apostrophe S for ownership, the plant's root. That would be how you would do number 16. 17, 18, and 19 you'll need to do on your own. 17 says the string of the kite. How would you say that to show possessive, singular possessive? And then the ring belonging to Karen in number 18. And number 19, the cat owned by Elena. Remember, apostrophe S's with the noun that has the ownership. All right, in section F, we're going to rewrite each phrase using a plural possessive noun. This is just like what you just did, except that these nouns are plural. That means there's more than one of them. And a lot of plural nouns end with an S. And we learned yesterday in the video that if it ends with an S, if the plural noun ends with an S, then you just add an apostrophe after the S so that the word ends with an apostrophe. But if a word is made plural without using an S, like sheep or deer or moose, then you're going to have to add an apostrophe and an S to show the ownership. But if it's made plural with an S on the end, you just put an apostrophe after it. For example, the pieces of the puzzles, more than one puzzle, would be the puzzles, pieces, puzzles, P-U-Z-Z-L-E-S, more than one, apostrophe after the S, after the S. So you'll do that for 21, the antlers of the deer, 22, the books belonging to the teachers. Whose books? They belong to who? The paintings owned by the museum. The paintings belong to who? That will be number 23. In section G, you're going to write the correct abbreviation for each noun. We did some abbreviations earlier in the chapter, and I sent you a list of abbreviations in the email. You can go back and look at the email if you don't remember. Remember that all of these abbreviations will have a period at the end of the shortened form of the word. They'll all have capital letters because they're proper nouns, and they will all have a period at the end. And there'll be 2 or 3, and one of them would even be 4 letters. And then in section H, you've got fill in the circle next to each correct sentence. Number 30 says, Aunt Sue lives near the Shenandoah Valley. Which one of those is written correctly, where all the proper nouns are capitalized? Number 31, my grandmother keeps a bird feeder outside the window. Remember, when you're talking about a person, if it's what you call them, their name, grandmother, then you would capitalize G. But if you're just talking in general, my grandmother, you're telling someone else about your grandmother, and you're not calling them by name, then it's a lowercase g. And then number 32, Liz is my favorite cousin. The same thing. You can have, my aunt is named Betty. Aunt would be a lowercase a. But if I'm going to see my Aunt Betty, aunt would be capitalized as well as Betty. And the same thing with cousin. I'm going to see my cousin Liz, or I'm going to see Liz. She's my favorite cousin. If you call her cousin Liz, cousin is capitalized. But if she's my favorite cousin, it is not. All right, if you have any questions, You can email me or call me